Skateboarding is incredibly fun, but also very difficult. Aside from actually learning the tricks, there's a lot to learn about your board, the environment, and the culture. This list of 50 skateboarding life hacks will draw on my 20 years of skating experience to give you some tips and tricks that you might not have thought of. 1. Use a different colored bolt or grip art to mark the front of your skateboard. 2. Sand down the grip on your nose to prevent you from getting grip thumb. 3. Use shoe glue on your shoes to make them last longer. 4. If you go to skate parks in the early morning, there won't be anyone else there. 5. If you get a small chip in your skateboard, usually you can smack it on the ground and lodge it back into place. 6. You can sit on your skateboard in many different ways and even use it as a ladder. 7. You can use this product called grip gum to clean dust and mud off your grip tape. 8. When taking off your trucks, label the front and the back. If you put them on the wrong way, you're gonna feel off. 9. Warming up properly before trying harder tricks will help you prevent injury. 10. Putting your new shoes in the microwave can help break them in faster. Just make sure they don't have any metal on them. 11. Never buy a board from a Walmart type store. These boards are cheap and low quality. Eventually, you're always going to end up buying a proper skateboard later on. 12. Don't be afraid to ask someone for tips on a trick that they can do but you can't. They'll enjoy helping you. 13. Cleaning your bearings will make your board feel completely different. 14. If you feel uncomfortable, try tightening or loosening your trucks. It's common for skaters to have the front truck and the back truck different tightnesses. Experiment with what feels best for you. 15. If you can't get your axle nut back on, you can buy a tool to re-thread it. Most skate shops have this tool and let you use it for free. 16. Gripping your skateboard is not nearly as hard as you think. You probably won't mess it up. Don't be afraid to try it. 17. If you put super glue on your shoelaces, it will stop them breaking so fast. 18. You don't need to buy skate wax, just any paraffin wax candles. These ones from Home Depot are the best. 19. If your board feels weird, make sure the hardware is done up tight. It can loosen over time. Before we get to number 20, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Express VPN. Not only does Express VPN prevent your ISP from tracking your browser activity, it also masks your IP address and makes it much harder for companies to track and sell your data. As an Australian living in America, I like to use Express VPN to change my location back to Australia so I can keep up with my favorite shows. ExpressVPN is a top-rated VPN with faster speeds, 24/7 customer support, and is so unbelievably simple to use. If you sign up through that link in the description, you'll get 3 months for free of ExpressVPN. Thanks so much to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to number 20. Most skate parks will have a certain flow about them. Watch the environment for a few minutes before deciding how and where to skate. 21. Different temperatures can affect how your bushings turn. Avoid leaving your board in a hot car in summer. 22. Water and skateboards do not mix. If your board does get wet, try to dry it out and roll a lot on the bearings to help stop them rusting. 23. Over time, your wheels wear out into a cone shape. If you can't buy new wheels, you can rotate them to get a bit more life. 24. If your skateboard turns on its own, you can fix it by jumping on it like this. Bushings act differently without weight on them. Don't think that buying new trucks or bushings will make them roll straight. It won't. 25. Most skaters use a shoelace as a belt because it's lightweight and strong. 26. Building your own ramps and rails will always be cheaper than buying pre-made ones, and it's a fun process to go through. 27. People can get annoyed about using wax. Always ask others before waxing something. 28. These marks are from wheel bite, when your wheel is hitting the wood of the deck. You can fix this by either tightening your trucks or putting wax on the wheel wells. 29. You don't need a fancy product to help you hang skateboard decks. With one piece of string or fishing wire, you can hang it like a picture. 30. If you can't wax an obstacle, waxing your board can help you. 31. Don't put WD-40 in your bearings. The way that lubrication works, it will mess them up over time. There are specific skate products like Speed Cream to help lubricate your bearings. 32. If your wheel gets a flat spot, you will usually be able to wear it back to normal if you skate on some rough ground and do power slides. 33. Occasionally you'll break your bearing. It's typically a good idea to keep some spares in your bag when you go skating. 34. Your shoes wear out heavier on your front foot. If you have a friend with the same shoe size as you, but the opposite stance, you could organize with them to swap shoes in order to get the absolute most out of all of your shoes. 35. If the primo on your board is not perfectly level, you can add washers to the wheels to even it out. 36. It is possible to remove your grip tape with a hairdryer, but if your board is at that point, you might just be better off buying a new deck. 37. Don't let people sell you gimmicky products. To learn to skateboard, all you need is your board and an open mind. 38. If you hold your board with the grip tape facing in, it will rip your clothes. If you hold it facing out, it won't rip your clothes. 39. If someone films a clip of you, make sure you get them to airdrop it right then and there. You're both gonna forget later. 40. 41. There are endless free tutorials of every single trick you could ever want to do on YouTube. 42. The best way to learn is from other skaters that are better than you. If you go out to skate parks, you'll make friends with other skaters. 43. A backpack with skateboard straps can come in handy in a lot of situations. Riding your bike to the skate park is a good example. 44. Be careful when flying on planes with your skateboard. Some countries let you take it as carry-on, others don't. Taking the trucks off and putting them in your checked bag is usually best. 45. Most skaters will unofficially adopt a turn system. Be aware if you're taking more turns than others. 46. When trying to film a trick, it's a nice idea to communicate with your filmer. A simple "yep" lets them know that you're going. 47. It's important to not view falling as a negative. Being able to fall safely is the only way you'll progress to doing harder tricks. If you're avoiding falling at all costs, it's going to hold you back. 48. If and when you roll your ankle, make sure you recover and strengthen up the muscles properly. Most skaters don't do this and it can lead to future problems. 49. When you're done with your skateboard, there are a lot of cool things that you can do with it rather than throwing it away. If you really don't want it, give it to a younger skater, artist, or skate shop. 50. Never buy non-abrasive grip tape under any circumstances.